Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca. Today we have another set of Sherwood gloves we're taking a look at. This time we are looking at the Sherwood Code V or Code 5 Pro gloves. So it's this right here. So these are not the gloves that I teased, which were these Maple Leaf gloves on Instagram. This will be in a separate video to come. So ignore these. These are kind of a pro stock glove, but ignore that. Also, this is another tease, Sherwood M90 gloves. These are the Wrecker ones. These have been out for about a year. Finally got a hold of one of these to do a video on. This video will also becoming shortly. It will not be talked about in this one at all. What we are talking about specifically is the Code 5 Pro, Code V Pro, they're 5s, compared to the Code 5 itself, which is the ones that Sherwood sent me. But before that, if you are making a purchase, please click the link in the description to Pure Hockey. If you make a purchase after clicking that link, I get a kickback, so help support the channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing, and it would be greatly appreciated. Full disclosure, Sherwood sent me the Code 5 gloves, as well as shin pads, elbow pads, shoulder pads, and stick, which I will be doing more content on. I've already done a bunch of content on. I talked about these gloves and how they're basically, for 150 bucks, one of the most tech-rich gloves and like really good value, but they're missing a few things for protection. So little did I know that Sherwood also sells the Code 5 Pro glove, and this is the graphic package I think that could be seen on Jacob Trouba when he was playing with these gloves for the Rangers when hockey came back. This is not a pro stock glove. So I thought it was a pro stock glove. It is not a pro stock glove. So these come in at $200, as you can see there. Sport Check sells these. I'm going to go over the differences between these two gloves just to show off why they're different and if they're worth the $100 or $50 difference. I guess we'll just start off with the actual materials. So you can see this shiny, I think it's called TPU. It's like a fake leather. It's kind of slippery, almost like a plasticky feeling material. I really like this. I think it feels nice. It's been on Bauer gloves as well. It reminds me of almost like Gen Pro of goalie equipment. I like how it gives it a different textured look. It's also on CCM gloves. The Pro one went with a more pro stock look. So it's all this one type of nylon all the way through. It's like a pro type of nylon where it's the same material as like the navy on this part, but not I guess it's all navy, but not the highlighted versions. It's just the normal one. And that's on the entire glove itself. So it's a little bit more understated, but not a lot. The biggest change though, the biggest noticeable change I will say is the palm. So gone is the AX suede and they have this Nash stock palm. I personally think the AX suede is much more comfortable, much softer, but have had people give feedback and say that they prefer the Nash one over the AX suede. So even compared to these M90s, the Nash doesn't feel as soft on the Code 5. It might even be the same Nash, but something about this one just feels softer to the touch than what this one does. Compared to my other pro stock glove, or compared to my pro stock gloves from CCM, Bauer, like all the other companies, I don't think this Nash is that nice. It feels more like a retail type of Nash on like CCM goalie gloves, but that's an option you go with. So it's not quite as nice as I was expecting. Personally, I still think the AX suede is better than what the Nash is, but again, personal preference. So if you like the Nash feeling better, that's what you can go with. The other big thing is the lock thumb. So you can see the text on there. So when you try to actually move that, it doesn't go anywhere compared to this one. That is kind of a pro stock option. You can see the top of it actually bending though, or flexing a bit. That is sometimes a pro stock option where the pro gloves won't have a flex thumb. It's kind of going back and forth. What a lot of pros do, or what some pros do, is cut the thumb loops here. So the thumb moves independently of the actual thumb itself. So you don't need that flex thumb. It will stay there and it should give you more protection going this way. So usually lock thumbs have like anti-finger extension protection. This one's not great. And you can see this one is this one's almost a little bit better, to be honest. That's kind of the idea behind the lock thumb, and to be a little bit more protective. This one really isn't. I think it's just a weird design choice, to be honest. I'm not sure what the point of this glove is all that much. The other big difference on this is, so the foam package on the Pro does feel like it takes more force to actually compress the bottom layer of foams on here. I can't tell if it is the same. It's still a triple density foam. But this one does feel easier to do this on. I can't find anything from Sherwood that says if there's anything different, but this one definitely does feel firmer than what that one is, but I can't say for sure. It's just from what I'm experiencing. It is still way less dense than what is here. So the Pro stock ones are on a whole another level. Personally, I can't see how this is worth 200 when these are 150. They're very similar in like materials and everything. They still have that liner, which will rip on you. It's already happening on this glove. The nice thing about that liner though, which I failed to mention on this one because I didn't see a product video of it yet. So one thing I want to mention I missed before, the COP R29 liner is antibacterial, as you can see. So thanks to Ice Warehouse for talking about that on a Zoom call with the product developer manager for Sherwood. Basically, it has a copper wire infused through it. And that way, copper itself is naturally antibacterial, and it's used in some medical grade stuff, or at least face masks now. So that is why they do that. So before it was a spray, sprays can wash off and like kind of wear out. The copper shouldn't because it stays in there for the whole time. So it's a really interesting design by them. So I gotta give props for there. My complaints about this glove for protection, specifically on the thumb and on the cuff, are still here for this. So right here, you go like this, you can feel that thumb dig into you, like all right here, basically right here. It's not nice. That needs to be fixed. The disappointing thing about that is here's your old M90 glove, which was like almost a 3-piece thumb design. No issues with protection there at all. It is way bigger though. You can see the different size and different design of the thumb. This was a better thumb design. So I'm disappointed on how that is. You also still have that cuff protection issues right here because there is that gap right here. So that's also really disappointing. The one thing, this foam does feel slightly thicker than what is on here, but you can still feel that padding, that like you can feel the impacts are there. I'm not sure if it really is or if it's just me imagining it. Maybe it might be the material's a bit harder, but it does feel a little bit thicker than what is on the Code 5s and not compared to the Code 5 Pros. So that's about it for this glove. It still has the flex thing here, so it's the same as what the other ones are. I honestly don't really see a point to why this exists. I get the foam package, but like this glove, in my opinion, is, well, it's more comfortable, that's for sure. But like between the two, unless you really don't want this design, I don't see how this one's really worth $200. Doesn't really push anything. This at $150 is kind of like a great deal minus those protection issues. This one at $200 is like, it's too close to all the other big brands, and that makes it really harder for me to recommend. So yeah, I still say check these out because they're super comfortable and I really love the palms, but I still don't think this is a great offering. I think there's some flaws in these that need to be fixed before I would definitely say you have to buy these. But they're all right nevertheless. I do want to, again, kind of tease. There's going to be a video on these M90s, these Wreckers, and these Pro Stock version-ish gloves of the Code 5. So check those out. They will be coming very soon. These are really cool. I think these are actually really cool too. But yeah, check those out soon. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully you thought it was interesting. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links in the description. I make small little content stuff on there, but I don't make on YouTube. If you ever do purchase any gear, like anything Sherwood, please reach out to them on social media. Let them know. Helps me get on the radar. So hopefully I can continue to get gear like this so I can keep doing reviews on and everything like that. If you are purchasing anything, please check out Pure Hockey in the link in the description. Doing so, clicking that link, making a purchase, supports this channel. It gives me a kickback so I can keep doing this stuff. So thank you very much for watching and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.